Good morning, besties, or good evening, or good afternoon, whenever you guys are watching this. As you could tell, we're very much zoomed in today because we're doing pretty much a full face of new makeup. Some of this I bought, and some of this was sent to me in PR, and I'm so excited to let you guys know whether these products are actually worth it. So grab a snack, bestie, grab a drink, and let's go ahead and dive right on in. Okay, so we're gonna start off with lips. I'm gonna go in with the Dominique Cosmetics. These are gonna be the Juicy Lip Balms. Now, they actually were so kind enough to gift these to me in PR. They do retail for $20 each, and these are supposed to be these say that these are your new go-to for a plush, cushiony pout. This ultra-nourishing balm delivers a pretty sheer tint and a glossy high shine finish that lasts. Designed with satisfying silicone squeeze tip, it glides on beautifully, leaving a bouncy, soft, and comfortable gloss finish. Now, there's like different scents. There's peachy cream, iced cafecito, we have strawberry slushy, pink fruit sorbet, and then we also have sparkling watermelon. So I've already been using these. The Ice Cafe, like these are my two ones I've already been using right here. This is going to be the Ice Cafe, and I think the the sparkling watermelon are the two scents I've been using. So I'm actually going to go ahead and go to this today. What I really love about this is, yes, they do retail for $20, so a little bit more on the expensive side, but I do have a code to save you guys 10% off, is that it twists. So I don't know if you guys can tell, but there's a locking mechanism with it. So you just literally twist it to unlock it, and then you can squeeze up the product. Now, I will say I do like these. However, they don't really have like the longest longevity to them. Not in a bad way, because it's really easy to reapply. It does have a little bit of a thicker texture to it. I do kind of have to reapply it, but again, I don't mind because it is a really nice hydrating feel. Has a little bit of tackiness to it, a little bit of thickness to it, so it does latch on a little bit longer, but it does kind of dissipate throughout the day whenever I eat or drink anything. But it's really easy to apply, and it kind of complements any sort of shade I'm wearing with. So I do really like these so far, and I really love the fact that you can twist and close it so that you know that your product won't seep through. I think that's freaking fantastic. So I'm really enjoying that so far. But now we're gonna go into the face. So we're gonna quickly start off with my skincare. I'm actually going to go into the Bubble Cosmic Silk Hydrating Milk Toner. I've actually not tried this before. I've tried other products like the POV, Thayer's, Bioma. I tried a few of their like milky toners, but I've not tried Bubbles yet. And I actually got this because when Leah Janae went to All the Beauty World, she got an extra of this, and I was like, "Could I have it? Could I have it?" She's like, "Oh my god, yes. Why do you want it so badly?" I'm like, "Because I wanted to try it. Please help me." So she gave it to me. So I'm really excited. I really want to try this right here. I love a good milky toner. It's just so good. Okay. It twists like this. I didn't even know. Oh, that's exciting. That looks a little questionable, but we're gonna take this and we're gonna literally just place this all over the face. Oh my god, I just love a good hydrating milky toner. And even though I do get really oily, I love hydrating my face because it really helps to slow down the oil production, making my face not have to produce as much. And there's something about like a milky toner that I'm just obsessed with. I've been using them for about a year now, and I'll never go back because they're just so good. So I'm just going to literally press this into the face to make sure I'm kind of soaking it into the skin and really kind of pressing it in there. Oh, that's so cool. I like that. Okay. Then for a face serum, we're going to go into the Bioma. This is the Photomucin Glow Serum. This isn't really new. You guys have already been seeing me test this out. I really, really love this. This adds like truly just an extra hydrated glow to the skin. Oh my god. And it really makes people mad whenever I reply directly. But just so you guys know, I do clean it off right afterwards. I don't know, to me there's just something so satisfying. I feel like one of those like little TikTokers whenever I'm applying a product directly on my face. I know that like it's not always, you know, hygienic, but no one else is using my product but me. No one else is using my product but me. So I'm not really worried about sharing it with anybody, but I do tend to wipe it off when I'm done. I am filming this on Tuesday, but you guys are watching this on a Wednesday. I am still kind of getting over my cold, but I filmed a Shop My Stash yesterday. So that Shop My Stash is going to go live on Friday. So you're going to see me kind of sounding better today, feeling better today, but then you're going to see my Friday video where I sound worse and I feel worse. So it looks like I'm going backwards. I promise I'm not. I just filmed that one first because I really wanted to film this video yesterday, but I was waiting for my Natasha Denona High Glam Setting Powder to come in, and it didn't come in until after a certain time, and I needed to get a video filmed because I was actually going last night to go see The Devil Wore Prada with some of my friends, and it was actually really nice. So I got to have a little girls evening, and I never really get to do that anymore, and it was so fun to go do that with my friends, and I really enjoyed it. So I wanted to get my filming done beforehand. So unfortunately this is being filmed backwards, but that's okay. For the moisturizer, we are going to go into the Bubble. This is the Balancing Gel Moisturizer. I hear this is really fantastic if you have oily skin like myself. I think this mostly works for like combination to oily, but I have very oily. And I've seen people online talk about this. They also talked about the Cocoa Kind one as well. So whenever I go to Target next, I think I'm going to go find that Cocoa Kind one and try it out, because I will do anything to try out one of the best products for oily skin. You guys know that oily skin is something that I suffer with every single day. And is this supposed to come up? And so, ooh, just one of those little pop-up. So I always want to make sure that I try out the best products I know will work for me, and trying to prevent as much oil production as possible. So I am your test guru here. I will always try everything first for you guys so that you guys don't have to waste your money. I'd rather I waste my money. So if I can try something to help save you guys some coin, best believe I absolutely will. So anyway, I heard that this was a really good moisturizer for oily skin, and I also heard the Cocoa Kind was too. And I think one of the best things is that these brands also offer like other moisturizers too for dry skin, and I think that's really great. But a lot of people I do online that I see testing these products out, they tend to have combo to oily skin, and I have like extreme oily skin. As soon as like the what do you call it? The brand, as soon as Patrick Star launches his blotting paper setting spray, oh, Besties, I am stocking up. And wow, my skin just literally absorbed that. Do you guys see? My skin just absorbed that. Now, I normally don't do this next step, but I'm doing it for testing purposes, because you guys know that I don't really care to wear sunscreen under makeup. And every time I say that, people go, you know, they get so like distraught by it. And it's just the reason why is that, one, guys, I'm filming, I'm inside, I'm not leaving my house today, so I don't really need to wear SPF. But two, I'm very, very, very oily. So trying to find an SPF that really works for my oily skin is very difficult. Now, a lot of you guys have been amazing. You guys say, hey, this content creator uses this content creator uses that, and it works for them. That's fantastic. But just because it works for one person doesn't mean it's going to work for everybody. So I'm on the hunt to find the perfect sunscreen that I can wear under makeup. But until that day, I don't wear SPF unless I am not wearing any makeup, and I'm having a full face of SPF, because I do live in Florida and I consistently use sunscreen because I do have moles on my body. I do get checked regularly by my dermatologist. They know my regimen and they're completely fine with what I do. And plus, a lot of these makeup products tend to have SPF in them now anyways. So yeah, I appreciate you guys looking out for me, but I promise, like, it's okay. But I am currently testing one sunscreen right now, and it's the Ilia. This is supposed to be an 8-hour oil control sunscreen. Now, the biggest thing for me when it comes to sunscreen is that since I do get really oily, a lot of my sunscreens tend to disrupt my makeup, and my makeup will transfer, it will separate, it will just look a little weird. It just gets super greasy super fast. So when I saw that they launched this, I was like, okay, well, let me try this, because this is an 8-hour oil control sunscreen, and I'm like, where do you ever find that? Like, you don't. So I'm currently in the process of still testing the sunscreen out. I definitely have some thoughts on it for sure, but I'll show that to you guys at the end of I'll show you guys at the end of May what my final thoughts are. But so far, like, I think it depends on the product that I'm wearing on top of it, because sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. I think it just kind of really depends on what I'm wearing on top of it. But I am testing out a sunscreen that's supposed to help to control the oil, which I think is really good for us oily skin people out there who do struggle to find the right sunscreen that's going to work for us and protect us at the exact same time. So, all right. For brows, I'm just going to quickly go in with this MCO Beauty brow product. I don't think I really like this. I'm gonna be so for real. Like, it does like a good job at like laying down the brow product, but like I think the reason why I'm not the biggest fan of it is that like you're only limited on the color that you can get. Like, you're just kind of limited, right? Like, I can only get light medium. There was like no actual shade range. And while it does lay down the product, I don't know, it's not like the right color for me. I still feel like I'm gravitated to my Morphe Nano Brow Pencil. I really, really love that. This does fill in some of the sparse hairs, but I wouldn't necessarily say it's a good match, if that makes any sense. But we are going to go ahead and use this today because I'm still testing it out. I'm still breaking out right here. I'm going to take a little bit of my NARS Pot Concealer, and I'm just going to go ahead and just let that dry down. While it's drying down, I am going to go in with primer. This is not a new primer that I'm testing out because I really do enjoy this primer. I'm just going to quickly go in my Tom Ford mattifying primer because I spent $80 on this and I'm not going to let it expire. I'm going to actually use it. Who is she? Because normally like products like this, I'd be like, oh, I can never use it, but I did spend $80 on it, so I need to use it. Because I am notorious for buying products and then never wanting to use it because it's so expensive and I want to hold on to it. And then it ends up like expiring and then I just like waste my money. And you know what we're not doing this year? We're not doing that this year. We are using what we bought. We are using what we bought because we're not letting things go to waste. Absolutely not. Not in this economy. No way. Okay, so for foundation, so many of you guys were begging me to try out this foundation, and Besties, I will deliver. And it's the new NYX Make 'em Wonder Soft Matte Foundation. Oh, so this right here says that this is a soft matte finish foundation available in 45 shades ranging from fair to deep with cool, warm, and neutral undertones. Looks just like real skin, just smoother, more even, and brightened. Infused with vitamin C, known for its brightening power to make your skin shine, and hyaluronic acid, known for the instant hydration and non-cakey feel. This is a buildable coverage formula suitable for everyday wear to full coverage looks. Formula feels weightless on the skin, fade and transfer resistant, sweat resistant, waterproof, and provides all-day shine control, suitable for oily skin. We are going to test that out, Besties. Yes, we are. Now, the thing is, though, they say they had like a lot of different shades, but let me tell you guys, this was actually very difficult for me to pick out a shade range because I'm sure you guys are kind of like me where you're like, explain an undertone, right? Like a lot of different brands will have like light to medium with a cool undertone, light with a warm undertone, light with a cool undertone, light with a cool peach warm undertone. Like they'll say stuff like that, right? No. No. This would just go nude with a warm undertone, classic ivory with a cool undertone, natural with a nude undertone, light sand with a neutral undertone. I don't know what that means. What does light sand mean? Do I have sand skin? What's a nude skin? Freaking tell me whether or not it's light with cool, warm, or neutral undertone. Not this freaking bullshit where I have to play this guessing game. Vanilla with neutral undertone. I don't know what that means. And trying to do a shade test comparison, freaking hilarious because it was trying to match me with some really deep foundation shades. I was like, ain't no way that's for me. That's like 2 shades too deep. What? It's a frustrating process. I love drugstore foundation, but sometimes they truly make it difficult to find a foundation shade that's going to work for you. So I picked up this shade called 12 Natural. We're going to pray this works because I don't know. Okay? Because it like tested me in stores. And I don't have high hopes. So bear with me on this one. Because I'm kind of worried that we don't have the right shade. So we're going to find out together. I could already tell you guys right now that this is a little bit too deep. This is going to oxidize down to be a little bit too deep. So this would probably be like a summer shade. And this will probably be a shade that I definitely have to mix with other foundations and like other shades because I could already tell you that this is not going to be the right shade for me at all. And that's just why I get really frustrated. Like no one has a shade that's called sand. You know, can we just call it like what it is? Or like there are some other brands I do kind of refer when it comes to foundations because they kind of just break it down. Light neutral, light this, light 1.5. So I don't know. It's just, sometimes it's just very difficult. So we're going to definitely have to bring this down the neck because we got to make sure we're trying to make our foundation and our neck match. But yeah, I could already tell that this shade is just a little bit too deep, but we're still going to find a way to make this work. It was just kind of frustrating because I was standing in Walmart trying to find the right shade. And of course, so I'm on my phone trying to find this shade, right? And then you have the employee just like circling me like a freaking vulture. Because I think in her mind, she's like, oh, this bitch is stealing. This bitch is stealing. We're going to catch her red-handed. Mind you, there's literally cameras in like every single crevice of that beauty section. So like, watch me. You know what I mean? Like, watch me. I understand that like, I look a little bit questionable because I'm standing here with my phone doing this and making it look like I'm busy when like in reality, I'm just trying to find the right foundation shade for me. I know that like, I look a little odd, but you know what? It's fine. I'm just trying to match my foundation. That's all I'm trying to do. And at one point, the way they kept circling me, I almost said, I'm just trying to match my foundation. I'm not stealing, I promise. But then like, do I look more sus by saying that? I feel like I do. Okay, so this is how the foundation is looking. It definitely is like a summer shade for me. I could tell that like, I don't know if you guys can see the difference. I do have to kind of blend it down. It isn't oxidizing as badly as I thought that it would for sure. I genuinely thought this would oxidize more. But it definitely is a little bit too deep for me. Like, I don't know if this is like this would be a shade that I definitely would have to mix with a little bit of a lighter shade to get my perfect skin tone. But it is a really pretty like summer shade. I will say it did kind of settle down weirdly into my pores, but after pressing my damp sponge into it, it kind of blended out just a little bit more. It said that this is a medium to buildable coverage. I could definitely see that it's a little bit more on like the medium side for sure. You could definitely build this up. I think the way it's laying down right now, it does look really pretty. It does look really pretty, but the question is going to be, will it last? Okay, so for bronzer, I'm still testing this out. This is the Sephora bronzing stick right here. So you guys have already seen this in a video. I'm just going to go in with my Makeup by Mario brush, and we're just going to go ahead and tap that in. Very, 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 very pretty bronzer. Like, that is such a pretty blonde bronzer. It just like melts right into the skin. I really am enjoying that bronzer. Okay, so for blush, we're gonna do the same thing. We're just gonna go into the Sephora blush right here. Again, this is another really pretty brush. I'm going with my Morphe. This is gonna be the M200 brush. Very pretty blush that just like kind of like melts into the skin. It's really pigmented, but gosh, does it blend out so effortlessly. It is such a pretty blush. I think the Sephora collection's kind of sat on. I really do. I think they're kind of sat on. Although I will say their liners, like their lip liners, those suck. Because I did try those last year, but I really have been enjoying like some of their complexion products. Kind of makes me wonder if I should try their foundation and their concealer. Because I wonder if I'd really like it. I mean, I know my friend Paige really enjoyed it, but she also has a little bit more of like a combination skin. Sometimes a little bit more on the drier side, only because like she can wear a little bit more glowing products and not have any issues. I wonder if like pregnancy changed that for her. I'm not entirely sure, but she used to be oily like me, but she's definitely not as oily as she once was. Maybe pregnancy did change. I don't know. I'm gonna have to ask her. Okay, now this is not new, but we're gonna go into the Essence Silky Blur Concealer. God, I really, really like this concealer. Like, I'm surprised at how much I really like this concealer, but I really do. It's just so, like, full coverage. It's hydrating. It's just a really nice freaking concealer. And I never thought I'd say that about, like, an Essence product, like, ever. The reason why I bring it lower now is because I saw online that the reason why sometimes these things can settle into your fine lines is because you're putting too much product there. So you want to kind of blend it down before you slowly start to blend it up. And make sure you look up. And then I do go in with my damp sponge to absorb any leftover product. Okay, so to set my under eyes, I've really been loving the Hard Candy Blur Unlock setting powder. This is like a 3-in-1. I've really been loving this, like a little bit more than like my L'Oreal Infallible, like my L'Oreal Blurfection one. But Morphe just launched their brand new Bake and Set Loose Powder Quad. So it says our best setting powder now in curated quads for effortless customization. It's gonna be available on the 14th. So there's gonna be 2 different ones right here, and we have the 2 different ones right here. We have Bright Balance for fair to medium skin tones, and then we're also going to have Rich Harmony for tan to deep skin tones right here. This one's going to have brightening pink, brightening lavender, translucent, and banana, and this one's going to have brightening peach, sienna, translucent rich, and sunflower right here. So we're going to go into this to set my under eyes today. I really want to go into that brightening pink and brightening lavender. Like, that's just kind of like what I'm feeling, and this is how it's going to look right here. So you'll see all 4 right here. I love this. I love Morphe. I was so scared because I've been reaching out to all these brands recently and letting them know that I am moving. And so I reached out to them and I was like, hey, I just want to let you guys know that I am moving. Can I please give you my updated address? And they said, absolutely. And I thought it was going to be one of those situations where I just wouldn't get it anymore because I've seen that happen so many different times. And they still sent me stuff, so I was actually really surprised. I was like, oh my god, they actually like followed through. It's going to come with a little sponge. So I'm going to make sure that my eye is blended out of any creases. This is where you can take like a little Q-tip right here, and you could look down and just remove any of the excess concealer that's sitting in your fine lines, because like I do have fine lines because, well, I'm human and I'm 36 years old. So I'm going to take this powder, I put some right here, and I'm going to put on this powder puff. It's going to look like so. I'm going to make sure it's fully covered, and then I'm going to tap off the excess, and then I'm going to look up and I'm going to set my under eye. It gets like right in that crack. Y'all see that? Wow. And that definitely brightened that under eye. You could definitely see that right there. But yeah, no, I've been giving like all my brands my new like address. I've just been giving them my P.O Box address. I don't have anything really coming here anymore. And I was just so scared because like sometimes whenever you give people your new address, they just tend to like fall through and they just don't ever send it anymore, which is fine. Like I don't mind buying it myself, but I really do love Morphe. So I was like, oh, I'd be so sad if they stopped sending me stuff, but they actually did. And I'm really, really happy that they did. It definitely does a great job of brightening. Oh my gosh. That is a little intense, but you know what? It definitely is working. Like look at how smooth my under eyes are looking right now. Like what? That's looking really nice. Okay. So to set my entire face, I am so excited. We have the new Natasha Denona High Glam Setting Powder. This is a sweat and waterproof translucent blurring powder. So it says right here that this is a waterproof, sweat and tear proof ND grip technology. It's blurring, long lasting, controls excessive oil, maintains hydration, hypoallergenic, safe for sensitive skin, and it's non-comedogenic. It's going to have an ND aero slip technology, easy glide, and lightweight. 100% invisible, no flashback, suitable for all skin types. And besties, you know we are putting this to the test. We're putting this to the test. That's how it looks. I will say the packaging on this is absolutely beautiful. It does come with its own little powder puff. All right, let's go ahead and try this out. Okay, so this is the side with that setting powder on. It definitely leaves a little bit of like a lighter, it says it's not supposed to be a white cast, but I don't know. I feel like it definitely does change the complexion just a bit. Like, what do you say? Do you think it does? I think I look a little bit more lighter on this side, right? So this is with the powder fully on. As you guys can definitely tell, it really did smooth my complexion. Like my face looks so incredibly blurred and smooth, which is kind of wild that it does. Like, oh my gosh. But the question's going to be, it says that this is also waterproof. I kind of want to take some water setting spray. So let's take some water. Let's see, is it actually like waterproof? Okay. 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 Okay, wait a minute. Wait, hold up. It actually did not remove any of the makeup. Wow, that did not, I mean, now my chair and outfit's soaked. Oh my gosh. That did not take away any of the makeup. That's wild. Oh my God, besties. What? Natasha Denona, what kind of magic do you have in this? If this literally controls the oil, besties, we might have found a new holy grail product. I mean, y'all saw me put that water on my face and ain't nothing on this paper towel. Ain't nothing there. It doesn't even like mess anything up. Like it's still so smooth. What? Now we're gonna go into powder bronzer. We have the Nude by Nature. This is a Natural Glow Loose Bronzer. This has been going viral all over TikTok because Nina Poole said that she discovered this. She said this is the only bronzer you will ever freaking need. She said it's the most blendable, blurring, most perfecting bronzer ever, and it's a drugstore bronzer. Now, mind you, this bronzer is only sold in one shade, and it's just 01 Bondi Bronze. So let's hope I like this. I've never tried a loose bronzer powder before, so this is going to be a first for me. It looked like it might be, but we're going to find out together. We're going to find out together. This is going to be a journey that we're both going on. Let me actually set my face. I'm going to go in with the Milani Make It Last. I heard this is really good at like kind of bringing life back to the face. And we're going to go in with my Morphe. This is going to be the M240 brush right here. And we're going to try out this bronzing powder. And pray that it's not too orange or too deep. Because you know, I'm not going to lie to you guys, I don't know if I know what I'm doing when it comes to bronzing powder. I'm like really tapping off the excess to make sure I'm not like, I don't know, putting on too much. Because I really don't want to go too heavy with it. I don't know what I'm feeling about it. So we're going to try it out on my lid too to see how this works as like a eyeshadow base. I just don't know how I feel about it as a bronzer. Like it's really like, it is really soft and diffused, like especially on my forehead. I just don't know about the actual like warmth. It might be a little bit too warm. But it is really pretty. Like, I could tell in person, too. Like, it is really pretty. I would say definitely go in very light-handed with it. I feel like that would be the key to this, is going in very, very, like, light-handed. It's just weird because I never used a loose bronzer before. So this is, like, a first for me. And then for, before we go in with the blush, we're going to go into the eyes. I'm going to go into the Half Magic from Euphoria. This is a glitter puck. I got this because I went to the masterclass and they provided this in here, and apparently this has been going pretty viral. A lot of people have been talking about this. I seen Leah Janae wear it in person and it looked absolutely beautiful. And one of the things about this is that a little bit does go a long way. I mean, like, there's so much in here. A little bit does go a long way. Now you can apply it with a brush or with a finger. I'm gonna go in with my finger because it does have a little bit of a tacky texture to it. So I'm gonna go in, I'm just gonna place this right here, and it has like a beautiful blue purple shift. Wow, look at that. That is really beautiful. It goes on really wet, actually. But I know it dries down to like a really pretty powder. I just know that like whenever I see Leah wear this, she gets a lot of compliments, but because of the tone of this, like I said, it's blue, pink, purple. I feel like whatever shade you lay this under, you lay this on top, it's going to kind of take that on. So it's going to kind of pop in a different way. So this right here is coming off a little more like whitish, like a white, pinkish, like shimmer. But like if I put this on top like a purple shade, you'll definitely see more of like a purple blue. Or if I put on a pink, I think you'll definitely pull more pink purple. I think it just really depends on what you're laying it on top of. But I really just wanted to kind of wear this by itself. But I wanted to have some sort of base underneath it. So I feel like that was the way to go. And I know you could apply this with a brush, but I prefer a finger so it has more impact because it is a wet texture. And this is just so easy to lay down. Now, I love the show Euphoria. Don't get me wrong, I really do. But season 3 is a little weird. I'm not really into season 3 as much. And I think it's just because of the music. Like, I love Hans Zimmer. Hans Zimmer is one of my favorite composers in the entire world. But he just doesn't get the same appeal the way that Labyrinth did. Like, Labyrinth truly just made that music and made the show. So it just has a different feel to it right now. It's not the same. I'm going to go into the NYX Buttermelt. I picked this up. This is not a new product, but this is a new shade. I got the shade called Butter Together. This is a soft pink. I really wanted to try this shade because I love a good soft baby pink. I don't know, I'm just really into it lately. Oh, look at how pretty. So let's try out this soft pink. Ooh, she is definitely very soft. Did I get a shade that has a glow to it again? Did I do that again? No way I did. I did! Oh no! I picked out a shade that also has a little bit of a glow to it. Such a pretty blush though. Like, that is such a pretty blush. Okay, then I'm gonna set my face one more time. This time I'm gonna go into the Milani Make It Last Matte. Heard that these two products are good for oily skin, so we're trying it out. We're trying it out. And while it's drying down, I'm gonna go into mascara. I'm gonna try the new Ilia. This is gonna be the Limitless Lash Mascara. I got this in my BoxyCharm, or my Ipsy box. And I thought I'd try this out today. Why not? Like, look at these sharp edges. Oof. Okay, I think it's definitely lifting those lashes for sure. Sharp edges that are a little intimidating, not gonna lie, because I don't want to hurt my eye. But there's like one side that's kind of sharp and one side that's like really soft. So that's nice, but you just want to be careful with that. I think the sharp one is supposed to help to separate those lashes. So for a highlight, we're just gonna go into the NYX Buttermelt Highlight. I have this shade called You Better Work. I have really been into a pink highlight lately. I don't know why. I just really have been. And this is just so beautiful. Like, it's going to go right on that really pinky highlight. It's going to go on that pinky blush so nicely. It's just look at that glow. It's so beautiful. All right, I'm going to take off my lip gloss. I'm gonna take off my lip balm from Dominique. So far, it really did a wonderful job at hydrating my lips. I really have been enjoying that lip balm product. All right, I'm gonna go in with the NYX. This is gonna be the Duck Plump. This is gonna be the shade called Beige Boost. All right, then I'm gonna put the L'Oreal lipstick in the shade 800 Ferris Nude. We're gonna put that right on top. Now, I would go in with the Gummy Bear right afterwards, but we're gonna try out this Vitamask lip balm. I've seen everybody rave about this online, especially from Shelby Ann. So we're gonna try this out. It's gonna be in the scent called Vanilla, and we're gonna see how I like this because everybody's, like I said, been raving about this lip balm. So let's try it out. Doesn't really have too much of a tint to it whatsoever. So it kind of just like makes the lips look exactly how I put them on. It didn't really change any tint, which is nice. We shall see how it kind of wears throughout the day. Okay, so one final step before we go in our setting spray, I'm gonna go into the Essence All About Matte. This is a fixing compact powder. Again, I tried this years ago. I didn't like it. But we're trying it again because I heard it again, it's really good for oily skin. So let's see how I like it now. So we're just gonna take this, we're gonna tap this in to really kind of lock in everything that we put on the face. Hopefully it doesn't change the complexion too much because it is like a little bit of a white base. And then I'm gonna set my face with one more time, but we're gonna go into L'Oreal because I wanna make sure we really give this makeup a fair chance. Okay guys, so this is gonna be the final look right here. Let me go ahead and zoom you guys out and we're gonna do a quick little rapid fire of some first impressions and then we're gonna do my wear test. Okay, so now the makeup is fully on, I will say I feel absolutely beautiful. Like I truly do feel really beautiful in this makeup. I think that everything turned out really nicely from the skincare to the makeup products. There really wasn't an issue where I'm like, oh God. The only thing that was kind of questionable at first was the foundation because it kind of like settled into my pores. But once I took my damp sponge, went over it, everything blended out really beautifully. My skin looks so soft. It looks so blurred. And I think a big part of that has to do with this Natasha Denona powder right here. It really just kind of pulled everything together. It lightened the foundation, which I'm very grateful for, but it also blurred all my large pores and the texture on my face. Now they're still visible, like I still see them, but they're just softer, if that makes any sense. And you guys saw me put water on it and it ran right off and I'm kind of like, how did that happen? So I'm going to come back in 12 hours, let you guys know how well this makeup held up. But first impressions, I think everything turned out really beautifully. There's not one product that I tried today that I was like, I do not like. Everything's working out really nicely, but we'll see how I feel in 12 hours. Well, I think it's safe to say this foundation is, ooh, I'm trying to get like the best lighting. Okay, I think it's safe to say this foundation is definitely cry proof. For the most part. I do have a trick though. I perfected this over the years, but whenever I don't wear my makeup, I just lean over and I let the tears just drip out because sometimes I don't want to ruin my makeup. So this is the quickest way to like not ruin my makeup is to just let them fall like this so that I don't ruin the makeup. But I think it's safe to say that the foundation is holding on for some tears if I can get the lighting to work. But yeah. I literally made a joke in my video about how I was like, oh, I bet you this would be like, you know, cry proof. Didn't think I was gonna cry today, but I did, and it's holding on. Gotta love emotions. Okay, besties, it's been over 12 hours, and this is how the makeup is looking. First off, let's talk about the elephant in the room. The nose is completely gone, but to be fair, I have a cold. So unfortunately, I've been having to blow my nose all day because I need to breathe. I need to breathe. And my nose is like, bitch, we're running today. So that's why I didn't stay on my nose. Also, I will say the makeup kind of looks like shit. Like the makeup kind of looks like shit. Like, from afar, you could definitely see where I'm getting kind of oily, but the oil is really not that bad. It's just kind of up close. The makeup's looking kind of rough. It's looking kind of rough, and I don't know if it's because of the setting powder or the finishing powder, the setting sprays, whatever product I use. I don't entirely know. So we're going to keep trying out the products. I'm going to try this tomorrow before I go to work to see how I like this, to see if it contains the oil. But first impressions, it's not bad. Like, obviously, I'm not as oily as I have been in other reviews, but my makeup also looks kind of rough. like it looks kind of rough. So first impressions, it's okay. Not a bad setting powder. It definitely did contain the oil to an extent, but my makeup does kind of look like shit 12 hours later. So impressions, it does do a pretty good job at containing as much oil as it can, but overall the makeup's not looking great. But this is a first impression, so I'll definitely be doing follow-ups for you guys at the end of the month. But yeah, at least we know it does kind of work in containing the oil. So with that said, besties, that is it for today's video. If you guys enjoyed today's video, please make sure you guys give this video a cheeky thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you guys have not already, because I do post 3 to 4 videos every single week. Make sure you guys head over to my other channels, Are for Life. You guys get to see my cool, wonderful adventures, my amazing husband, Corey. And as always, the biggest thank you goes to these beautiful, wonderful page numbers you guys see right here. Thank you guys so much for everything. And to my subscribers and viewers, thank you guys so much for being here. Whether you guys like this video, you guys thumbs down this video, you guys subscribed, you guys did not subscribe. Either way, thank you guys so much for being here. I love and appreciate every single one of you. So with that said, besties, I love you, and I'll see you guys in the very next video.